From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Got a great show lined up for you in the new year. Happy New Year out there to everybody out there. Hope it's safe, prosperous, and healthy, and you have a great time. We're going to have a great time. Kelly Hawkins from the Daily Rally's here. Sam Kavaris is here, the legendary broadcaster. My good friend Richie Cernsey from the Cernsey Group, a 20-year veteran in the rock and roll industry, protected people. We got a lot to talk about. Rock and roll, sports, Jacksonville, all headed your way this week on The Horse's Mouth, right here on Tommy Max and on Buzz TV.
Feel a new level of comfort with underwear for men. Created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical, and everyday wear. Underwear for Men has a special patented drawstring pouch which allows you to adjust the perfect custom fit around your manhood. It allows you the separation you need and the support you deserve. The drawstrings adjust to isolate and support. The mesh pouch cools and comforts. The tailored fit won't rubber chafe. A tagless plush waistband sized to fit a man's waist, and materials that are quick dry and moisture wicking. Underwear for Men is available in all your favorite styles and colors. In briefs, trunks, and 6-inch and 9-inch boxer briefs, and in your choice of cottony, extra cool, viscose, or polyester fabrics. Underwear for Men. Support your manhood.
All right, welcome back to The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV as we are live at Tommy Max Bar. Great to be here. Happy New Year again. We're kicking off the new year with some faces onto the show. We got Kelly Hawkins from the Daily Rally who's here at the bar, and my good friend Sammy Kavaris. Kelly and Sam, great to have you on the show.
Thanks,
Happy New
Tom.
Year.
Happy New Year.
By the way, I saw your tweet today. We're
Yeah.
not filming, okay?
Right.
What are you, 100 years old? I mean, we're not filming.
What do you call this, Sammy? Shooting.
These
Shooting.
days, it could be shooting, recording.
Okay.
Say shooting in the wrong situation, the
Right.
cops show up.
And filming
So,
seems what?
filming is like the 1950s.
Oh, is that
Filming
right?
on
Nobody
film.
films anymore?
We haven't, well, Hollywood films occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally.
But we, in television, we stopped using film in about 1975.
Is that right?
76,
Okay.
yeah. somewhere
From
in
now
there.
on, it's
Yeah.
not shooting.
Record?
I'll come up with someone else.
Record?
Let's
Recording's
record.
good.
Recording the Horse's
Because
Mouth.
there are so many different platforms that you can record on.
That's right.
and
No
we're
doubt.
doing this digitally, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're doing both, no doubt about it. Kelly, great to have you on the show again. A lot went on during the 3 weeks we were off with the
Yeah.
Jags.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, clearing the house. Where do you sit with Blake Bortles? Are you a fan? Do you want him to stick around? You want him to get rid of him? You want him to draft a QB? What do you think?
See, as a person, I love Blake Bortles. I wish he's like the perfect Jacksonville guy. He's such a beach guy, so chill. I wish he was better, but he's just not. I think it's time for him to move on. I think it'll be good for him too to go somewhere else and have a little different situation since it's been such an up and down road. here
New
in
scenery,
Jax.
maybe?
Yes, and I'd
Yeah.
like to draft someone new.
Well, I think they're going to draft someone new, Sam. I mean, that's without. What do you think about this Haskins kid? I mean, he looked good in the bowl game.
Sure.
Started off slow, but looked good in the bowl game. Threw 50 touchdowns in one season. Big Ten. I mean, Ohio State got a big arm. Does he scare you a little bit? Because you look like Cardell Jones, right? Guys, former Ohio State quarterbacks that looked great in college, but just didn't turn it on in the pros. What do you think?
The quality of the passing defense in the Big Ten is not anywhere near what he would face
Right.
in the pros.
True.
Okay,
True
run
story.
defense, different story, but
Yep.
pass defense is a very big thing in professional football that doesn't happen generally in college, and
Yep.
certainly doesn't happen in the Big Ten.
Yep.
That's the one thing. The other thing is that much like the mistake that they made with Blaine Gabbert started 21 games in college. That was it.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Now here's a guy who started one season.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
And he's 20 years old. Tom Coughlin likes guys. If Will Greer was 2 inches taller,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Be all
okay,
over him.
he'd be a first-round pick because he's 24 years old. He's got multiple, of course, Florida and then West Virginia. He's had success.
Yep.
He's more of the Tom Coughlin kind of quarterback. But then again, so Mark Brunell wasn't either, and Brunell to this day remains the best quarterback to ever wear a
Today,
Jaguar
no
uniform.
doubt about that. They keep Tom, Sam. They keep Doug. They keep Dave Caldwell. I think we're okay with that for now, right? For another year,
I think
at
they get
least?
another year.
Yeah.
And as I wrote in the Times-Union last week, they get 1 year to fix it. They don't.
Yeah.
Shots clean and out.
That's right.
I mean, and it wasn't that they went 5-11 this year. It's how it happened.
That's right.
And it was obviously, and I agree with Gene Fournette. I thought his column and my column paired very well together this week, where he said Coughlin's making a mistake by not. Coughlin didn't say anything.
That's right.
You're the guy that runs a football operation. I get it. You're Mr. Secrecy. You're Mr. Paranoid.
Yep.
I remember when you were a player.
Yeah, I know. He's always been that way.
And by the way, I got to tell you how this was. When you first went to the Jaguars facility, they have a keypad, right?
Yep.
They were so afraid. Coughlin is so security conscious,
Yep.
which is another nice way of saying paranoid.
Sure.
That the keypad, you always had to look at it because the numbers moved on the
They were
keypad.
Yeah.
So you couldn't stand there and watch, Tom's number is 5555.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
So even if Tom's number was 5555, it would go 555.
Right.
5.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
Come on.
That's right.
Tell us something.
He's always been that way. There's
Yeah,
no
but
doubt
this is
about it.
this is a different situation.
Yeah.
You got to sell tickets in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You've got to be so transparent, and
Yep.
you've got to be a part. His philanthropy is second best in the history of the town,
No doubt,
next
without
to the
question.
Weavers.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But when it comes to running the football team, you've got to embrace what's going on out there in order for people to buy tickets.
All right, as we go to break here, big night last night with the college football championship. Wow, Bama gets steamrolled.
Love it. I mean, I don't think anyone expected to see Bama get absolutely dominated like
You said
that.
love it?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, why? You hate Alabama or
No,
what?
I don't hate them, but I loved seeing Clemson come up after having that incredible undefeated season, but had some questions about how tough their schedule was.
Alabama had an incredible undefeated season.
But their schedule was so much tougher than Alabama or than Clemson's. And so to see Clemson come in and kill Notre Dame and then do the same thing to Alabama, I just thought it was kind of breathes new life into the playoff.
I think it's good for football. I like Bama. I like Clemson.
Right.
I like BC better, but so what?
I mean, you act like it's something new. Clemson won the national championship 2 years ago.
No, I know.
I mean, it's not like there's some fluke.
Yeah, but Bama's got the whole they're going to win every year.
They had the freshman
stigma.
quarterback at
Come on.
Clemson.
They have for years, haven't they?
Are we talking about this now or are we going to break?
Bama. Let's go to break.
Okay, because
We'll
after
go
the break,
outside and wrestle.
After
Bring
the
this
break,
back.
And then we'll talk
I'll
about
explain
it. How
to you
about
why,
that?
what the
All right,
deal
we're coming
is.
back. More with Sam Kavaris, Kelly Hawkins, my good friend Richie Cernsey, 20-year veteran in the rock and roll industry. He's got a lot of stories to tell and a business that he's kicking off coming up next year on The Horse's Mouth on Buzz TV. Brought to you by All right, welcome back to The Horse's Mouth. Sam and I worked it out outside, and we're all good. We're back here at the bar on Buzz TV, and joining us here with Kelly and Sam is my good friend Richie Cernsey, 20-year veteran in the rock and roll industry, bodyguard, security director, done it all, seen it all.
Yeah,
Big
man.
Richie, good to see you, man.
Thanks, bud.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me. Cheers. Happy New Year,
Yes,
guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So Richie and I go back quite a ways, 20 years probably. First year of the Jaguars. You're a huge Jag fan. You're a big Gator fan. You're a big football fan overall.
Yes, sir.
No doubt about it. So 20 years in rock and roll, Richie. 20 years.
About 23, yeah, give or take.
How
But,
many bands? I know all the bands. You got Limp, you got Evanescence, Nickelback. How many bands, how many people have you been watching over these years?
It's probably about 10 different bands or, singers or comedians. Remember, I
Right.
used to do Pauly Shore as well, right?
That's right, you did.
And so, yeah, no, I've had a nice run at it, man.
Who's the, can you say who was challenging? Was Pauly challenging?
Pauly's
And not in a
definitely-
bad way, just
No,
you got to
Pauly's-
be on your toes.
Pauly's definitely challenging, man. But, it's, every artist is different.
Yep.
Some of them are a little more eclectic than others, and some of them just like to chill. So, been with Journey for the last 8 years,
Right.
And so they're definitely where I like to be at, nice and chill, and
Yeah.
going out for them is dinner, and then back to the hotel.
And Neil Sean, you the lead guitarist.
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
goes out, you're going with him. Is that
I go
correct?
with them. Yeah, actually, I got to leave tomorrow to go with them for about 3 days. So
Okay.
him and his wife.
Sam, you ever need a bodyguard?
I always think it's funny you call it the rock and roll industry.
Yeah.
That's the music business, man. That's what the rock and roll.
Can I just beat you up outside?
I straightened you out once, all right? The music business, and and
rock and roll.
It got its reputation because it's true.
It is true.
I mean, there are guys who are just off the charts, and I mean, some of the guys who brought that home, obviously, it's Skynyrd. I mean, if you've seen that documentary on them, if I leave here tomorrow, I mean, it's an actual thing, and I'm sure you've seen plenty of that.
I have seen it. Actually, had the pleasure to work with Leon Wilkinson, who was the bass player for Lynyrd Skynyrd, just prior to actually going out and working for Limp Bizkit, and he was a great guy. And Skynyrd's obviously a staple here in Jacksonville.
That's right.
And then, following that was Limp Bizkit, who I spent 6 years with taking care of Fred.
Oh boy.
Which that was at that time though.
Do it all for the nookie. They exploded.
It was pretty much. Well, it was all kind of new to us because that was '96 when we started with him, and then it just blew up, man. It was a crazy ride.
I mean,
but
you're a big tough guy. Do you ever get nervous or scared in any of these situations? Because there's some crazy people out there.
Oh yeah, I mean it's you definitely don't become complacent in this job, right? So as soon as you feel like that you can kick back and kind of rest. If I'm with my client, there's never that time. So no matter where you're at, once I get them in a hotel room, that's a different story. But other than that, it's you're always on. Always on.
You're also doing the security directed for venues, right? So Journey goes into a venue, you're talking all the
so
local
we do that.
Enforcement.
Yeah, it's all advanced work. So we advance the show. Our numbers and positions, and if we need to do a sweep or something before we arrive, we'll do that. And it's all in my advance. So then when we get there, then we got to go over and do our meetings with local LEOs, law enforcement, and venue management, and then. There's a lot more behind the scenes that most people
know. So what percentage is it of you protecting your client from harm and protecting them from themselves?
That's a
good question. I'd say 50-50.
50-50, right?
Yeah, it's easy 50-50.
Yeah.
Being at the show, being at a concert, and I've been doing it so long that it's these things, something feels placed and you get a gut feeling, right?
Right.
But then when you go outside from the show, now you have them. They want to walk, they want to go eat, they want to go shopping.
Right.
So it changes every day. But the one thing when you go to a show, like we know where our dressing rooms are, we know all of our egress points, we know where all first aid is, we know where all of our cops are. So it's a cool thing, man.
That is cool. No, I've always been enamored with the industry.
Yeah.
If I didn't play pro ball, guess what I would have tried to done?
Yeah.
Right there, baby. Bouncing
all
people
pro
all
athletes
around the
want
world.
to be
If I could
musicians.
have played ball.
All musicians want to be athletes.
That's right. That's right. All right, more to come with Big Richie and Kelly and Sam right here on the Horse's Mouth on Buzz TV, live from Tommy Mags. We'll be right back. Art of Natural Stone, located at 10135 Beach Boulevard, has over 30 years of experience in creating the perfect outdoor oasis for your home. They can build your dream patio, walkway, pool, fountain, or fireplace. Their dedicated and experienced team strives for customer satisfaction, offering the highest quality service available in the stone industry. And check out their new location at 14011 Phillips Highway. Find them online at artofnaturalstone.com. All right, welcome back to the Horse's Mouth. Sam Kavares, Kelly Hawkins, and Richie Cernsey from the Cernsey Group here at the bar on Buzz TV. Richie, you've been all over the world. You've traveled everywhere. You've handled a lot of big acts. People probably think it's really glamorous, right? But it's really a grind. I see you laughing. Is there any glamour in it at all for a guy like you? And when is that?
I mean, really, there shouldn't really be any glamour in it for someone like me. But
are you an offensive lineman? Is that what you are?
Yeah, pretty much.
You get no credit?
Yeah, no credit, you know. But, it's, I mean, being able to travel and, stay in the best places and obviously get to do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do if you just went to a different country, like from, if we went to saw Elvis Presley's house, we had a little different tour than most people would.
Okay.
So I mean, there's some
perks.
there's some perks in it, yeah,
Yep.
Versus I'm not looking for the fame. That's their job. I just make sure they continue to be able to stay famous.
And it's kind of funny because one of the things I learned through my career is that, like, take golfers for instance. I've known incredible players who can't make it on the PGA Tour because it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you've had to adapt to that. You have to be somebody who understands how to travel,
That's right.
understands how to, moderate their diet, their habits, and all those
And the money.
And the money, right?
Because you try to follow them, you're going to be broke really
Yeah.
quick.
So, I mean, there's more to what your job is than just protecting somebody.
Most definitely.
More to being a PGA Tour player than just shooting 63.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot goes.
Yeah.
A lot goes
Professional
into it.
football player. I've seen
Yeah.
guys who are unbelievably talented, can't handle the lifestyle that's presented
No
to
doubt.
them. Can't
It's
figure
tough
out.
to handle.
Yeah.
Right? It can be.
I'm just saying, it can
I mean,
be tough.
think about.
No, you're right.
Think about that.
There's
and I'm
almost
sure.
been a class on it.
You're
There
right.
definitely
You
should
know,
be a
along
class
with,
on
like-
it. Yeah.
Along
Well,
with
the NFL tries that, but guys like Tom
They don't
listen.
listen. Yeah, we think we can do it on our own.
Fall through the cracks.
and the fact of having someone with you. I mean, it was funny. I remember I was doing a UFC event, and Dana White's girlfriend, I think at the time, she was like, "Why does Fred have a bodyguard here?" I'm like, "He's a target. It doesn't matter where you're at.
That's right.
You can be in a room full of boxers. There's no time. Just like if any of the players, they go out somewhere, they're subjecting themselves
Yep.
to potential lawsuits or
Sure.
wrongdoing. So
Well, we've often talked that professional athletes, and some do, should have somebody go out with them.
Yeah.
A guy like you,
Yeah.
know,
You're a
and
buffer.
you're a buffer,
Yeah.
right? You're just making sure
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
one screws
wait a
with
minute. You mean a guy who stays sober?
Yeah, that's
That-
right.
That guy.
He is
and buffs everything out, right?
That's right.
Girls
Yeah, yeah.
included, right?
Hey, I can tell you
That's
this.
part of the deal, right?
That at my former employer, at the TV station, they had a car stolen out of the parking lot, and they found it. This was in the 80s,
Yep.
and they found the car, and they recognized that this car was stolen by a professional. That this was a bad guy.
Yeah.
This wasn't just a random thing, and so they erected a fence around the TV station. So I mean, at every level, people have to be. I told my kids everything. They laugh at me now.
Yep.
Be aware.
Yep.
Just
right.
be aware,
Yeah.
right?
Especially
But just
today.
look around every now and
Yeah.
then.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah,
It's crazy that a lot of people don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? You feel kind of, where do most wrecks happen? Mile from your house, right? Why?
Right.
Because you feel comfortable there.
Mhm.
You know where the stop sign, the stoplights are.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
you walk into a venue or any event anywhere for that matter. You know?
All right, well, you're still doing it. You're still watching Journey. You're also launching your own company, the Currency Group.
That's correct.
You're going to take all that experience, all that time, all that knowledge, and put it into your own company.
Bring it.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Something that it's been culminating now for a few years, and then it's really hard to leave. With Journey and with those guys or touring in general, but I've been talking about it for a few years now, and it's time to implementing it now. Starting January 1st.
So what? If Tom and I go out, we hire you?
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
I
be
got it.
great?
Yeah. I'll even have a driver.
Actually, yes.
Nothing to worry about. We got Richie.
Actually,
That's
yes.
right.
Listen, I've
That
seen
would
this
be
guy
good.
park the Red Sea in Jack's Beach. Just so you know, they all move out of his way when Richie comes through. For the record.
But it's something. As far as we're going to be focusing on. I have two retired Secret Service agents as well. Both of them are in different aspects of the business. One of them is more into polygraphing, investigating, and the other one is into cyber. Actually, one of them held there's only 6 positions in the Secret Service in this covenant position, and he was one of them for 25 years. So
Well, that's great,
he's
brother.
got some amazing stuff.
Well, listen, man, I'm honored to be your friend. You're one of my best friends,
Thanks,
and just great to have you here. And good luck and congrats and all that
Thank
good
you, buddy.
stuff. Cheers.
I appreciate it. Cheers,
We'll have
man.
people
Cheers.
find you on the show and on JacksonvilleBuzz.com. Just go to the Horse's Mouth page. You can find all about the Currency Group right there at buzz.com or JacksonvilleBuzz.com. Coming up next, it's the Daily Rally. Kelly will take over, and we'll get into it right here on the Horse's Mouth.
Welcome back to the Horse's Mouth. It is time for the Daily Rally segment. And since I have Tom McManus and Sam Kavaris here, and we are in the middle of some of the best football we'll get all year, let's talk about it. So we started talking about the national championship last night, and there's some good debate going here. Sam, what did you expect from the game, and how did you feel about the outcome?
I'd have gotten it backwards. I'd have taken Alabama and the under.
Yeah.
And obviously that didn't happen. But you know, a lot of Jaguar fans are like, can we get the quarterback and Ross? You know, first of all, they're not available till 2021.
Right.
And then our friend Dan Hicken kind of said, you know, jokingly, I'm sure, let's draft him this year and hold on to him until 2021. Your draft, by the way, if you're a Jaguar fan who thinks that's possible, it expires after a year.
Right.
Okay. So that's one thing. Yep. The difference is Ross was the best player in the state of Alabama, and ended up going to Clemson because he liked the vibe. You know, at Clemson, and I played at Clemson when I was a freshman, as you know, and it is an interesting. It's very different than a lot of other places. It's very kind of close knit. It's one of the reasons that they had some problems in the past with that, and now they've kind of straightened that out. But the quarterback is an interesting situation because Lawrence is a 6'6" guy who's a freshman. They didn't let 6'6" guys play quarterback 20 years ago.
Heck no.
Right?
That's right.
And the first class that really looked like that was the 1983 draft class. And if you look at Jim Kelly and Dan Marino and Elway, and then go to guys like Trey, when you meet them as a fan, they look like tight ends.
Yeah, they're big.
All right, now Lawrence is 3-4 inches taller than most of those guys. We're talking about a whole different kind of football player. Ross is 6'4". The guy on the other side of Clemson was 6'5". We're not talking about the Munchkins here. We're talking about
big dudes,
big guys who look like they've played football for a long time, and they've got that body that can accommodate it.
Well, and Tom, we were talking about too that going into the game, I think a lot of opinion I saw floating around was that Alabama's defense was going to intimidate Trevor. They were going to make him just realize he was in a whole different ball game. That did not happen at all.
No, I thought they were going to rattle him. I really did. I mean, he's a young guy. I saw him play against Boston College. It was only one
and that was the big test of their regular season.
Yeah, and he struggled a little bit. Then they kicked the crap out of him at the end. But I'm like, well, gosh, what is Bama going to do to this kid, right? I thought they'd rattle him, get pressure on him. But, man, he had a lot of poise. He hung in there. Being 6'6" helps, like Sam said.
He's got a lot of confidence in the receivers, too.
Oh, no doubt.
Who get open.
Who
get open.
And catch the ball.
They don't just run a route. They go get open.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay? There's a big difference.
And Tua, on the other side, man, he threw some play you weren't expecting out of him either. He threw some great throws.
Yeah.
A couple throws. You're like, wow, they tricked him or something.
What'd y'all make of Saban, especially that one play when they tried to fake the field goal and it just completely did not work? They converted so many fourth downs during the game until that one. What do you think about Saban?
I think Nick actually gives responsibility and accountability to his staff oftentimes, and that's why he and Lane Kiffin were at odds so often. And and Mike Locksley. I don't know who called that particular play, but if the guy who made the tackle was blocked, and he wasn't, and he wasn't supposed to be blocked by the lead guy. He was supposed to be blocked on the line of scrimmage. That play has a chance of working, but obviously it didn't. Clemson was ready for it.
I thought, earlier in the game when he went for it on 4th and 1 from his own 35.
Oh, yeah.
And coaches do that to spark something, get some momentum going, maybe even a little panic, I'm a little worried about this. I got to get this first down and get something going. I thought that was a telling sign early in the game.
I thought that was, and also when they went for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Because it looked like they were going, all right, this is going to be a shootout, so we need to get any edge we can. And then Clemson, 30 unanswered
Which makes no difference. I mean, Clemson obviously has young players. Alabama has young players as well.
Yeah.
About half of their team is freshmen and sophomores. So, I mean, we're talking about two programs. If you have this kind of exhaustion about Clemson and Alabama, get better.
Yeah, no doubt.
If you want to play in that, get better.
That's right.
Because they got better.
Agreed.
15 years ago, Alabama wasn't this team.
You're right.
Clemson wasn't this team 8 years ago.
You're right.
I mean, get better.
Yeah. Yep. So quickly shifting gears over to the NFL, it came out. Bless Cody Parkey's heart, the poor kicker for the Bears who had the double doink, the word we keep hearing over and over again lately. Came out, though, that it was tipped. A defensive lineman got a hand on it.
It was.
Do you think that makes Cody Parkey feel better? Does that make Bears fans feel better? What do you think?
No, it doesn't make Bears fans feel better because what they're saying is, well, the trajectory should have been better. He shouldn't have had it so low.
Shouldn't have had that happen.
Look, the kid, he struggled all year. He came back on strong towards the end of the year. He hit 3 field goals in a game, but he got one job to do. Now, granted, I still look at that Bears defense, but like, you should have stopped the Eagles, and they were playing well. But that last series, you let them go right down the field on you and score, and your offense brings you to within a field goal. Kicker's got to make the kick, but I'd like to see that defense do a little bit better in that
If you're going to live with a kicker, you're going to die with a kicker.
You're right, Sammy.
Okay, so
It's like the sword.
If you're going to keep the guy on your team after hitting the upright 5 times during the season,
good point.
Then you've got to expect that this may happen in a okay.
Good point.
I mean, look, the Jaguars got rid of Jason Myers, scored more points than anybody in the
Jets.
league this year.
Yep.
All right, so if you're going to live with the guy during the year, if you made your decision, this is our guy, and he's susceptible to missing, then you can't say he's got to be 100% here because he wasn't during the regular season.
And the Bears had to make that call. They did, and now they're having to live with it. So good stuff, guys.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
great stuff.
that.
All right, more to come right here on the Horses. I think you got to be careful of that Eagle team. They're looking strong. We'll be back right here on the Horse's Mouth on Buzz TV. Brought to you by wrapping up the Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV at Tommy Max. I want to thank, of course, Kelly and Sam for joining me. New additions to the show, and Richie Surency. What a cool guest, Kelly, huh? What a cool job.
I love hearing about industries or businesses that I don't know much about. That's such an interesting lifestyle to work with guys like Journey for that long.
Right.
So I really enjoy talking to them.
Sam, being a broadcaster your whole career, I mean, you understand that, right? I mean, you can go out in public today and someone may want to take a shot. Could take a shot at me, right?
It happens.
You just never know.
If you're in any situation that's recognizable. But if you want to hear a lot of dirt, you need to talk to him. But he does have a lot of NDAs.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's right. That's right. He has to.
Yeah.
No question about it. All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.
Great show.
All right, great to have you on this show. We'll see you next time right here on the Horse's Mouth, Jacksonville. So be safe and stay cool. And we'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth.